And Susie Lee. Susie, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, Katie. Thanks for coming to Nevada. Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Great. We are talking about health care. You are running on health care. Your opponent, Danny Tarkanian, running for the Republican ticket, endorsed by Donald Trump, is running on promising to repeal the ACA, repeal Obamacare. I've been talking to a lot of college students, and one of the issues that continues to come up is the cost of college education, the cost of tuition. There are some progressive Democrats who want to make tuition free for all. Bernie Sanders wants to make tuition and college tuition free for all. Where do you stand on that issue?
You know, I've been a large...
Have any feelings about free tuition for all, getting on board with that progressive message, or is that something that you're not behind right now?
You know, I think that we have to look at all of our options right now.
And by now, you're probably familiar with the narrative of the midterms' potential impact on the Senate. A number of incumbent Democrats are trying.
Miles is too far to go to see Katie Tur. It's terrible.
I think it's a boo. I came all the way from New York, so you don't have much of an excuse. About what's going on out here and how the national conversation is impacting Nevada. Right now, Republicans are running on this idea that the left is an angry mob. Dean Heller is running against Jackie Rosen. The race is really tight right now. What does that sound like to Nevadans? Is it a receptive message? Basically to paint him as an opportunist, somebody who's now aligning himself with Donald Trump because he needs to get reelected. How is that playing with conservative voters, Jesus?
No, it's playing really well because
The most important swing county in Nevada, Washoe, is very closely split. Dean Heller needs to win by a big margin up in Washoe.
And what do you think is going to happen up here?
I think that all the polling data that I've shown shows Heller a little bit ahead. But again, all of these polls are only as good as the turnout models, and we don't.
Interesting. Well, if the students behind me are any sway, they've all said they're registered, they all say they're voting, and a lot of them say partisan voters had the largest jump in registration between August and September. More than 8,000 voters registered as
Go Pack!
So will this excitement be enough to bring more college students to the polls this midterm election? Joining the partisanship and the tribalism that we've seen nationally. Guys,